Okay, so we're going to talk about function composition, but in the context of graphs. There's two typical stems that come up on Fourier response a lot. You're pretty much guaranteed to have one that has a table and one that has a graph of some kind that you have to analyze. So this helps us in two ways for calculus. We're getting into something here probably this week or next week where we have the function composition come back. But we're also getting into to where we have to be able to read stuff off a graph. The good news is we don't have to do inverses that much. Last year we did this, actually I pulled this off of an Algebra 2 trig worksheet, that we had to do this with inverses, and we don't see that much. We do have to do the derivative of an inverse, but it's very rare that we see that problem on the AP test. But we do have to deal with this composition notion otherwise. So first thing we're doing is just practice reading y values off the graph. So we do these 6 problems together here. So it says first we're going to have f of negative 1/2. So you have to find the graph that has f, okay? And all these inputs are x inputs because we don't have the little negative symbol up there. So these are all x inputs, and we're going to find the y value that goes for those x inputs. So f of negative 1/2. And I'm looking, and remember, I'm looking for solid things, okay, when I'm looking for whatchamacallit, value. So it looks like f of negative 1/2 is at what y value there? Looks like 7. Okay, so that one's 7. All right, you guys try number 2. Find h of 8. All right, so let's see, we want the x value 8. It looks like I have to go down. So what'd you get for the y value? Everybody go with negative 5? Okay, now it's going to take us a little bit more work. So remember, with function composition, we work from the inside out. All right, so this says I am taking the x value of 3 and I am plugging it into f. What I do is I write down my outer function, just like we did before, and I write the parentheses. My answer for whatever I put in here, I get for here, just going to go in there, okay? So I'm putting in this x. I'm going to f and finding 3, okay? I'm going to read the output. What's the output? Negative 4. Good. So the output's negative 4. Even though that was the output for the x, it's our new input for g, and it tells us that right there. So now it's the x value for g. Okay, so I'm putting in negative 4 into g. I got to find the g graph. Negative 4 into g, and what do I get as the output? Negative 3. Good. All right, let's try another one together. And I'll have you try a couple on your own. Okay, so I'm writing my outer function with parentheses, just like I did last week. Okay. All right. My inner function, okay, is this g of negative 2. I'm going to take the negative 2 and plug it into g. Again, that's an x value. So negative 2 into g. All right, what's my output? Negative 1. Good. Now I have a new input, so this input goes into f. That's an x value that's going into f. So negative 1 into f. All right, what's negative 1 into f? What does it look like? 0. All right, I want you to try 5 and 6. So everybody take a minute and do 5 and 6. Are 4 and 5 the same? Then just do number 6. Apparently I copied and pasted wrong, so just do number 6. Okay, what's my inside function on, or sorry, my outside function on 6? Okay, I heard h. Okay, so I'm going to take h, and I'm going to take this as my inside function. All right, my 2 has to go into g. Is 2 the x value or the y value? X value. Okay, so g of 2 on the x. I'm going to 2 on the x. What am I getting off of it? 4. So I've got 4. That was my output, but now that 4 is the input for the h. Okay, so I'm going to the x value of 4 on my h graph. So h graph, x value of 4. What's my y value? -1. Okay. All right. We are going to switch to our notes. So that's what we're doing this week. Our weekly skills check will be on Thursday.